And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2018 YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have House of Champs playing, I believe, 60-card Lightsworn, 60-card Fun Deck, going up against the evil villain from the 2017 championship, MSTTV. And I believe he's going to be playing Windwitch Invoked, which is what he was notorious for last time. But with us for this electrifying commentary, we have the one, the only, DZ.
Yeah, we have, we're like the yin and yang of one normal person. You're like the enthusiastic side of them, and I'm the opposite of that.
So it's really just one person doing commentary for everyone who's
absolutely.
in on it. So
just doing it's like a sock puppet. Like, have you ever seen a ventriloquist at like a thing? That's what we're doing here. Anyway, so yeah, the invoked guy, that's what you see. You were right. So why are you presuming wind witches? Do you have insider information?
I believe I saw the first maybe 30 or seconds of this, and I think there's wind witches. But for some reason, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe it's just pure invoked. Who knows?
Yeah. It's worth pointing out that House of Champs did open both of the Predaplant monsters, and I don't know if you guys have played this deck before, but the word on the street is that you don't want to open the Cobra, and it is always funny when you open a one-of and a 60-card deck, although I suppose the chances are the same of opening a Saki one-of like that graphic screener.
Well, you know, John could be playing two Cobras like a bad player, but we don't know for sure. So I guess we'll see if that Scorpio just sits in his hand or not. But he does have Brilliant Fusion, and he didn't draw Garnet, so...
I feel like this will come down to if MST has a spell card in hand to negate the Brilliant Fusion. That would be huge right here.
It's also interesting to note that John's actually playing, or excuse me, House of Champs, is actually playing actual, like, Lightsworn, because he's playing Lila, he's playing Judgment Dragon... Torrential Tribute getting hit off the Lila there. That's actually pretty big. So now slamming down Brilliant. We'll see if he has
like
the
I said, spell card in hand will be huge.
He only has
one
one
card. I think John said that he was playing... Yeah, so. Definitely. Well, I think John said he was playing like a bad version of Lightsworns. Oh, he did have a spell.
Wow, meltdown.
That's going to be rip.
Yep, because that's the end of the turn.
Oh, I mean, he milled the snow.
1,000 Blades Engraved too is pretty good for setup, so...
The downside of snow here is that John only has 5 total cards on his hand and field and only 2 other cards in his grave, so he has exactly 7 cards. So to summon snow once, he'd have to banish every single card he has, and that's probably not a good idea.
And MSTTV is going to continue the Alistair train here. Now, we don't have the Alistair Link monster yet, so I mean, he can't do anything really too crazy, but... It's still just going to be a really bad position for John here. Ooh, knowledge off the top.
Knowledge.
That's really big.
Dig for some cards.
Yeah.
He possibly could be playing, what is that card? Elysium, is that how you pronounce it? The other invoked fusion, that could be possible here. Mechaba might just be good enough to sit on, though.
Mm-hmm. Terraforming for Meltdown. Meltdown presumably just going to grab another Alistair, just pretty much setting up for next turn. And then he also can just, you know... I mean, he's pretty much in a fine position right now. If Lila was John's best play after negating Brilliant Fusion, I mean, that's pretty telling of, like, how bad John's hand, or House of Champs' hand, excuse me, should be. But who knows?
What do you think, yeah, because what do we think Tombox's original back row was besides a Torrential Tribute? I mean, probably not a Scapegoat. He would have used that.
Could be a dimensional barrier, potentially.
Could be a barrier.
It could be Strike, could be Warning, could be any of the Solemns, really. I'd say those would be my bets.
Yeah.
So Raiden coming down, gonna get negated
instantly. Yeah.
Yeah, just instantly.
They must have been in a Discord chat for this, if they're, because I noticed they're not typing in the chat for their plays or whatever.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's pretty. That's what's cool about Yu-Gi-Oh! Though we don't even have to know, and we'll know anyway. Unless they mess up, then we're just gonna get confused. But. So, I mean, Tom's still leading pretty hard with this Mechaba here. But, I mean, that's kind of the problem with, like, Invoke decks just in general. It's kind of like Draco in a way. It's just hard for them to put on pressure since Master Rule 4. Because they're just really locked into that one extra monster zone. At least until they get the Alistair Link monster. Then that changes everything. But
right, they kind of cap out at the 3,500 per turn.
Yeah.
But usually they don't even summon the second Alistair, so it's just 25, 25, 25.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's I guess the benefit for House of Champs here is, like, he can wait and hopefully draw something. He also has Damage Juggler, which, I mean, now in tandem with the 1,000 Blades, he has a rank 4 play, possibly.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at 2 back row, though, one of which... So we've seen Torrential, which is sort of an unorthodox pick for invoked decks, so we can maybe presume that he has other back row that are real cards, like Strike, like you said earlier, and draw a Hat Tricker for turn.
Hat Tricker is really nice, yeah, because now you get to save the Damage Juggler, too. So you can just pretty much special out Hat Trigger, maybe maybe bait something, and then, I mean, you have Damage Juggler to keep in hand if you need to possibly negate damage, so that's good.
Yeah, so do we think, well, two things. First of all, do we think John is playing Punishment Dragon? I would say probably not. Second of all, is there any advantage to playing the Judgment Dragon? Is there like a clear reason to play those cards? I mean, are they high risk, high reward, or is it simply moderate reward with high risk?
I think in a tournament like this, where you really don't know what, your opponent could be playing, I think Judgment Dragon is just a really nice all-around card that can just literally just win you the game. And, when he doesn't brick...
Right, yeah.
I mean, when he gets the engine going, JD can just be, the top deck of your life. So
you see Lightning gonna come out here in a sec.
Yeah.
Pretty good out too in Mechaba.
Well, the issue is, I mean, it's gonna force a negation here. Because if it does activate its effect, he can still chain Mechaba. So, I'm not sure... And he does, I believe he still has an Alistair in hand, too, because he searched it off of Meltdown.
He does.
So here comes Lightning's effect activating. And, oh! Okay. So
well, can you even do that? Because you can't activate stuff when Lightning attacks. Wouldn't that include...
Oh, because it's already after attack declaration. No, you're right. You're right. My mistake.
I
was thinking it's because that effect activates after he's already declared the attack. So, okay, yeah. I was thinking it was before, so that's why I was like, oh, it'll just get blown up. So, never mind. So, yeah, Lightning's pretty good out here.
Now, the issue is that Lightning is now at 25 attack, and Tombox has easy access to yet another Mechaba, and this time it can be at 35 because of the Alistair, which is going to be pretty tough.
Correct. And we also now know that Tom's back row, he probably doesn't have a barrier back there now, because I feel like he would have maybe just used that to prevent that from happening and keep his... Ooh! Okay, so it was called by the grave.
What is he hitting?
Maybe the snow?
Thousand Blades? Oh, snow would be interesting.
Yeah, so he's got Thousand Blades and he has snow. Those are the only two targets back there that actually matter. And snow can disrupt him. I mean, he could just banish... Oh, okay, so I think he is targeting snow, and I think House of Champs is chaining snow.
Is that the... That's a really hard minus summon snow.
Another call.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be game. That's actually just instantly game.
Oh,
I don't know if the snow activation in the first place was like the... I mean, I get that you want to, like, get it on the board, but you're wasting, like, all your cards for it is really tricky. I don't know about that.
Oh, wow. And
yeah, that's game.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be bad. Yeah, I really think House of Champs just wanted to preserve the snow. I mean, it's banishing a lot of resources, but if you're going to lose it anyway, and that's really your only other, like, option, like, you might as well. I think you have to take the high-risk route at that point. And plus, okay, who would say double call by the grave coming as well?
Yeah, that makes sense why they were just sitting there that whole time, though. It wasn't a strike, it wasn't a torrential.
Yeah.
Called to the grave would make a lot of sense. There wasn't really a great opportunity to use that previously.
Yep. So double Mechaba now, and Alistair back in hand. So the Mechaba will boost up to 35, and depending on what Tom's last card in hand is, will also mean he has a negate. Unfortunately, he won't have two negates, but I mean, with how simplified the game state is at this point, I don't think it's going to matter.
Yeah. Well, here's a question. Other than for BM purposes, was there a reason to flip up the first called to grave, like, preemptively? Because John only had one snow activation in graveyard anyway. Was there a real reason to not just wait until snow was activated?
Another monster reborn. Maybe he just wanted to ensure that no shenanigans would ensue, because it's kind of like if you MST a back row and it's like you just want to make sure it's not a strike kind of situation. I don't know. I feel like if you know that's the only thing he has that can stop you, why not just try to bait it out?
Yeah, I guess if you do have the two called to grave, it'd be pretty good. Yeah, what do we think he's reviving here, though?
I mean,
nothing's going to get over two of those things.
There's Utopia, there's Lightning, and two Alistairs. That's really all he's got.
I guess Lightning... Well,
he could get an Alistair and then normal a Juggler and go into a rank 4.
And then get ruined by the Mechaba. I guess he's doing that.
No, we don't know what the last card in his hand is, because he pitched Alistair for the attack boost. So that last card's actually an unknown right now. Okay, Minerva. So really it's going to come down to whether or not this Minerva sticks. And even then it might not matter. Ooh, those mills were not good.
No.
Yeah, I think... I was just going to crash it. Okay, so I guess you could possibly pop these Mechabas here.
I mean, he plays real Lightsworns, so it's definitely... But he has to pop
He
two.
Hit
I mean,
2 Lightsworns! And the Electromagnetic Turtle, too.
That was actually pretty darn good. That was pretty perfect mill.
Yeah.
We get a lot of people talking about how Minerva is not so great in sort of the like slim Lightsworn lineup decks because it doesn't mill any Lightsworns ever for its draw effect or pop effect. But in John's deck, he has a ton of Lightsworn monsters, makes it actually pretty good.
That was he probably, I don't know, like, would you have wished that was your first Minerva mill because it would have gotten you 2 draws, but you couldn't have cleared the Mechabas.
I think the clearing was actually more important.
Yeah, because the game state's so simplified right now, and now, I mean, he's got Wolf, which, I mean, unless MST has another way to get to Alistair, I mean, it's pretty much just going to overrun everything.
Yeah, I mean, the deal is that if that was the first mill, the draws could have been Foolish. They could have been Grass. More likely, though, for every Foolish and Grass in his deck, there's probably a random Lightsworn like Lila that he wouldn't have wanted to see. So I think that milling it for the second was good.
So MST did... Oh, so he had an invocation. Yeah, so he did send a Glass spell. So that means he's going to be able to access Raijin here. And that means he could go for another Mechaba, though. So
do you think he plays 3?
If he's playing Windwitch Invoked, I feel like you would. But I feel like Raijin's better because you... Well, I don't know. Because you can shuffle Invocation back to get Alistair. And then... Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, he's doing it now. Okay, yeah. So you can get Alistair back, so then you have an effect negation. So you're weighing an effect negator versus a Book of Moon. So, I don't know.
So he's, like, what, 300 short on lethal? Because he'll do 1,100, or at least 400 short on lethal. If he summons Alistair, if he wanted to do that, he could almost kill him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So even if he made... Assuming he plays a third Mechaba, that'd be 100 short of lethal. So summoning... Oh, yeah. Oh, he hasn't normaled. Oh, so actually he can just make... Oh, no, he can't because Master Rule 4.
No, Master Rule 4, yeah. That's like the old problem with like the Blue Eyes Invoked decks. Because like anytime that you could have made like a rank 8 and a Mechaba, now it's like, choose one.
Yeah. I don't know.
So he's pushing him to 400 life points, looks like.
Yeah. I mean, MSTTV is still in a pretty good position here. I mean, John is... I mean, his graveyard's not looking too hot right now. So, well, that's interesting.
That's tech that might work out here, maybe. Wait, why did he just flip the...
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Why didn't he attack... Oh, Electromagnetic Turtle. I was looking through his grave.
That makes sense. It was more the...
Why was it flipped? Oh, he probably just did it. Okay, he did it during his turn.
Sorry, that was tricky. I would actually bet... I think that Tombox is only playing 2 Mechaba. I think that in the long run, the Mechaba would have been safer.
I think so, yeah.
I think that the Windwitch extra deck is so tight that he is probably not playing multiple.
Eater of Millions, though, I mean, that's actually going to put in a little bit of work here. So he'll be able to, well, but what's he gonna go about doing though? He can either banish Raijin and then Trick Clown can kill Alistair, but
so does Tombox have another Alistair in grave, like one Alistair in grave?
Well,
or is that one banished?
He has one in grave already. And we know Invocation is the card in hand.
The problem here is that if he Eaters the Raijin, which is the bigger onboard threat, now Tombox can just make a Mechaba and kill him. Or make whatever and kill him because he has the Invocation in hand already.
Mm-hmm.
So, Invocation... I mean, maybe he'll have trouble tracking of a Trick Clown. I don't know.
Well, no, because Invocation... All he has to do is... Well, yeah, I guess it's not gonna...
Are there any fires anywhere? Purgatory.
Well, and that Eater of Millions is actually, like... It's 506, so 600 now? Or is it for every banished card?
Face down
banish. Okay, yeah, so it's only 600. It's not that big. But I mean, it puts MSTTV in a little bit of an awkward spot here, because he can't really kill House of Champs, and he passes.
Wow.
Okay.
If he's passing right there, wow, top deck charge. That's insane.
That's insane.
Okay, if he's passing there though, I think it's safe to say that he absolutely does not play a third Mechaba,
Right.
because that would be like the perfect. That would out the ear, that out the Tricklon.
So those mills were pretty disappointing.
Wow, is John gonna swing this around? That's amazing.
If
I mean,
it's,
now he has access to like Omega.
I mean, so 17, 16, 20, 37. He can just game him right here. He can just flip up Wolf and then just kill him.
38. Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. I
That
was
like,
not expecting that.
I don't even know how that happened. It was all because of that. It was all because of that Minerva mill, I guess. Outing the double Mechaba was really insane.
Yeah, that literally was the turning point for
Oh
this
my
game.
god, what is this hand now?
Wow. Okay, well, I mean, he's going second, so I guess that's something.
Yeah, that 6th card could be real good.
It better be. All right, so Ash on the Alistair.
Shotguns the Ash.
That's pretty much the best way. Oh, Called by the Grave.
Oh.
That's rough.
Rip. Yeah.
You have to, though. I mean, he burns the normal summon, and if he doesn't have Invocation, he's not going to have a board because he can't Wind Witch. So I mean, he played it right.
We can even look at it as Tomux has to like do. Oh, that's pretty good. I was gonna say Tomux is kind of in a weird spot because he wouldn't have like a light monster in play somewhere, but now he's getting 2 draws, so he probably do a light or a wind.
Yeah, well, that's one of the issues though with Wind Witch invoked in particular is that the light count's actually fairly low.
Yeah.
So yeah, light monsters are not exactly too common. So I mean,
Let's see.
he drew Ogre though, so
Ogre.
that helps. Yeah, I mean, you're playing what, Ogre? You might be playing Valor or Gamma possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like Mech Knight invoked, you have a plethora of
A lot of
monsters.
lights. Nah, this one's more really honing in on the wind monsters, which
is all right. I mean, Raigen's
Raigen is
still
good.
an incredible card. Yeah.
Crystal Wing's really good too if you can summon that guy.
Remember when Crystal Wing Raigen was a thing?
Yeah. Man, that was like the way to play this deck. Well, okay, it should be noted that the
we got a misclick there from MSTTV, so we got a mirror for.
Yeah. It should be noted that the Mechaba itself is a light monster, so once you summon the first one, you can just banish the second one. But getting to that first one's kind of tricky. Okay,
yeah.
And that's even worse because, oh my god, Judgment Dragon. This card's so bad. I don't know about
He's
the Judgment
playing the Light
Dragons.
Swords, Doug. He's playing the Light Swords.
Yeah, that's really impressive. So you can set, it's like you can set Snow Path. Because the problem is, like, even if you Gamma Seal the Mechaba, like, you'll just make another one, and, like, you can't out the... Yeah, I don't know how this hand's... I mean, I don't want to say that it's just over, because that last game was pretty impressive, but this hand is looking real rough.
Yeah. I like the discipline, though, from House not immediately Gamma Sealing Mechaba, because, like, realistically, he would just make another one, so...
Alright, Soul Charge. Or Soul Recharge.
That's pretty good.
There's a pretty high chance that Tombox has a... something face down, because we know the first card was Mirror Force, the second one could be a Call to Grave. I wouldn't be surprised.
Ooh, okay. Chaos Hunter. That's interesting. So that's actually going to make things really tricky now. It might not matter, but there's a very high chance that it will matter. Alright, so Recharge coming in. He got another Kaiju.
He can summon that Kaiju and just
can.
attack over the Chaos Hunter. It's amazing. Lila the Mirror Force, because he knows which one it is. Unless, okay, hear me out. What if Tombox was so on the mind game that the second card he set was Mirror Force and the first one was a bluff?
It could potentially be. Or John's just letting it roll to chance. Okay, so Called by the Grave. So now
that would
you know
be like
the other one's Mirror
the
Force.
true mind games, like showing, like when you drop the Mirror Force on the table and then like you set one back row, but it's not a Mirror Force. So good.
It's like when Bandit Keith in the anime when he dropped the car.
Well, he's not going to attack. Wait, what? I mean,
is he just letting the Mirror Force
well, he
go
knows
in?
that it's happening.
Yeah.
Huh.
Interesting. Maybe John has... Who knows? Maybe he has plans.
Well, now he
I don't
has...
know.
Well, the first snow's banished.
Well, I mean,
he has cards in the graveyard for the second snow, but...
Realistically, okay, the Lila's just going to get destroyed anyway this turn.
Yeah.
So, I mean... would it really matter? Because he's not going to be able to pop the Mirror Force in any other instance, so... I don't know.
Boy. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I feel like I would have just hit the Mirror Force with the Lila. Like, Mirror Force was the best possible card that Tombox could have had in that situation, so why wouldn't you just hit that one?
Yeah.
Like,
well, Strike could have also done the job, too, against the Kaiju anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, I think Mirror Force was just, I mean, pretty solid all around there. So Mechaba's going to come down most likely. Assuming he has a light target. Oh, no, Purgatrio. Oh, Piercing. Okay.
What's the fire that they're banning? Oh, there was an Ash Blossom.
There was an Ash.
Well, they never banished the... Okay.
No, I mean, John just scooped it up anyway. I mean, with the rest of his hand, it wasn't looking likely.
No. Okay, so we've seen Judgment Dragon be really useless 2 games in a row.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, Felice. Oh, no, he drew the Cobra again.
Not like this.
And he was going first, so he can't even say, like, all right, go get him, Lumina.
All right, Lumina pass. We're back into, like...
2009. I know the snow, I guess.
I mean, I guess it's something if you're just going to banish your whole hand. So what you have to do is you have to Ash Blossom something he plays. You Ash Alistair, and then you just snow whatever he plays, and then you might have a chance.
Okay, did he mill a Lightsworn monster? That's pretty important.
He did not.
Okay, so he can't use the Lumina immediately. All right.
Okay, so Ash on the Alistair. So
Call the Grave would be pretty good. Oh, Knowledge.
Knowledge is still pretty good.
Pretty high chance to draw into Invocation if he's playing the 3. Or one of the Wind Witches would be huge here. Yeah. We haven't seen an actual Wind Witch drawn yet.
I was going to say Ice Spell would actually be monumental here. Oh, Meltdowns. Okay, it's not bad.
He already uses normal summon, so at least it's not like the worst thing in the world. But definitely has a lot of guaranteed value on the next turn.
Ooh, Monster Reborn. Okay, so this means he can resurrect Snow? You can't bring back Dad. I guess... I guess if you're MSTTV, you're doing this...
Hey, here's a cool thing. If the Lumina dies, which it will, now John has a light and dark and grave. Yeah.
I was going to say, I think from MSTTV's perspective, if Lumina Pass was his only play, you don't want him getting any other cards milled or being able to use that Lumina for anything else.
Yeah.
So I guess that's fine.
Here. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow.
Electromagnetic through. How many garnets are there? If that set is a Mirror Force, that'll actually hard counter John's only play right here. So that's one thing to consider.
Yeah, because he unfortunately cannot banish his Snow. Because that's like his lifeline. And it's Mirror Force!
Oh my god. Jeez.
Oh my
Mirror Force MVP. God. That's pretty much going to be... How do you even come back from that? Like, he has Alistair in hand. He has your Snow. He just took it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. This is where the snowball starts.
Man, the Mirror Forces, I don't know why they're in there, but they've been really good this match. Because they secured the last game. They secured this game, looks like. Like, jeez.
Very smart of MSTTV, too, to banish the BLS, so in case House of Champs draws Monster Reborn, that he's not coming back with that again. Yeah. I mean, granted, with 5 cards in hand, he probably has a spell for negation, but... Oh, man. That's just rough.
I think this is a really good example. To anyone in the comments or that's watching that wants to know why people have cut the regular Lightsworns from the Lightsworn strategy, it's we're seeing it right now. It's just that they're bricks. They just don't do enough in the hand. And the playing Solar Recharge to attempt to discard the bad cards when you draw them just isn't quite good enough. So
I think Solar Recharge is fine as long as you're playing like the only, I guess, good quote unquote Lightsworns. It's like, but playing stuff like Lumina and like Felis, like those are just kind of the cards. Lila, they're just Judgment. They're so slow now in comparison, and I mean
that's gonna be game.
That's gonna be it. MSTTV progressing on to the top 8. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. We'll see you in the next match.